then let's come into that slow breath, really bring awareness to it. Starting to bring our awareness inward. Stay here for 5 more breaths. Exhale here, and all together, inhale, bring hands to heart center. And sharing the pranayama 3 times, take a breath in. Om. Om. Shanti, shanti, shanti. Chanting the Guru mantra 3 times. Take a breath in. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And exhale, let's come out of the pose. Go ahead, let's come into child's pose, knees wide. And while you're getting set up, just I think we said it before, but I thought I might repeat it. When we're chanting Hri, H-R, in Sanskrit, the H sound is an expansion sound. So we're expanding and integrating with the prana that's all around us. R is a fiery sound. So there's oomph behind it. There's intention behind it. Then Shri, the sh sound, is peace, balance, integration. The R sound that's attached to it is saying, but with intent, with willfulness. So it's kind of fun to keep that in mind as we're doing our chant. Okay, child's pose. Let's hold here. Just allow yourself to sink into it, feel the breath, be aware of the breath. Again, allowing yourself to take your senses and your awareness a little more inside rather than externally as we start to practice. Four, 3, 2, 1. Inhale to do some camel clap. So we're going to do our usual warm up, and then we'll do some lateral movements to start working on some of those. Let's start. We have small gluteal muscles here in the hip that help stabilize. So from here, cow and cat. Let's begin. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale. Remember the sequence. Inhale, you lift the head, drop the chest, drop the belly, lift the sits bones up. As you exhale, first tuck in that elbow. Start rounding the back. At the very end, you have the chin. All right? 3 more on your own. It's finishing up. I'll meet you in the tabletop. From here, take a breath in and exhale, push back to child. Inhale, move the tabletop. Exhale, child. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, back to neutral. And inhale. And then back to neutral tabletop. If you inhale, step first one leg and then the other back into your plank. And let's hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now note how you're holding your core, okay? Because we're going to come back to this later. So be aware of that. 2. And 4. Exhale, bring your knees down, child's pose. Inhale, come back to neutral. Bring that left knee into the middle of your mat for stability as we lift behind us the right leg. But remember, I want you to think about that position that you had in your core, but we don't let the belly slump and the butt come up high when we lift our right leg behind us. So engage the core. Inhale, bring the right leg up behind you. And now pulse. Up and down. Without changing the angle in that lower back. Just pulse it. You do the speed that feels good for you. Out, going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 1. Let's keep our leg up high. Well, as high as is comfortable for you so that you don't compromise your back, okay? Wherever that is. Now we're going to swing that right leg to the right side. So as you inhale, swing to the right. Exhale, bring it back and touch. Got it? Inhale, we swing to the right, slowly above the mat. Exhale, bring it back. And inhale. Yeah. And exhale. And last exhale, bring that knee back. Next, let's do the other side. Let me make some room where I am. All right, so you're in position with the right knee a little closer to the middle of the mat. Inhale, lift that left leg up behind you. Engage the core and just gently pulse your leg up and down. whatever speed feels good to you. And now count down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, ready? Lateral. Inhale, swing the left leg lower. Exhale, inhale. Inhale. And okay, exhale, breathe that left knee down and chop pose. So a lot of times in our habitual actions through life, we tend not to engage the small gluteal muscle that's on the outside of our hips. So it's a good way to engage. Stay here for 4, 3, Vajrasana, inhale, sit up. My feet resting your thighs, your hands on your thighs, roll the shoulders up and back, close the eyes, and just hang out here. Let the body reset. Inhale, come up onto your knee. Widen your knees so that the hips width apart. We're going to start finishing lunges. Right foot first. As you inhale, shift the weight to the left knee. Step forward to the right, come into a lunge. Hold. Do a little spinal twist. Setting up, we release our hands to the sides and over the top. Inhale the arms up, the top hands together. Exhale to your heart. From here, if you inhale, the left elbow goes to the outside of your right knee. Stack up. Relax the shoulders. Hold. Hang out here. Start loosening up the long muscles in the back. 13, 7, 6, 5, 2, inhale, back to heart center. Or toes over the hips. Hold here. If you do a hamstring stretch, as you exhale, bring your hands down to the mat on either side of the right foot. Exhale again, shift the weight back, straighten that right knee, lift up the right toes, and just over that left foot. Do your best not to let your body swing to the left. Hold that left hip so that your hip is still over your knee, and you're letting that lateral outside hip muscle hold you in, stabilizing you in position. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back here. Release your hand. Bring the torso up over your hips. Inhale on top overhead. Relax the shoulders down, just hang out. If you want, you can even bring your arms behind you a bit, opening up the heart. 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you inhale, go ahead, shift that weight back over the left knee so that you can easily bring up your right knee and bring it back to position. Keep your hands here. As you inhale, shift the weight to the right, hip step forward with the left, foot inhale into your right. And then take here for 4, 3, 2, 1. On an exhale, come back to the center with the hand. Final twist to the left. As you inhale, bring that right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Stack your hands, spinal twist. And let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back to your original position, heart center. Inhale the arms up high. Relax the shoulders. See if you can bring your arms a little bit behind you. You guys stay here. I think I'm gonna adjust my microphone. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight back. And then as you inhale, you can bring your left knee back to the right. Exhale, release your hands down to your side and sit into Vajrasana. Good. Open up the palms to your sides. And inhale, come up. As you exhale, child's pose with your arms behind you. So you sort of swan dive down, bring your hands behind you, palms up by your feet, and bring your head to the mat. Then inhale, rise up. Swan dive up. Extend, extend, extend. And exhale, swan dive down. Head to the mat, butt to your feet. Inhale up. And one more. Inhale. And let's stay here with our hands behind us. Forehead, nose, mouth, whatever it is for your body is on the mat. Just hang out here. I like to have that contact of the belly and chest on the side because we're accessing different pressure points to increase respiration, to increase metabolism, and to increase energy to the lower body. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, and let's bring our hands to our thighs. Inhale, lift up, sitting in Vajrasana. As you exhale, release the pose, coming into Dandasana. Again, bringing awareness to some of the conditioning around our hip flexors and our core, because it's really important for stability when we're doing our standing poses, the warrior series, and any balance, to really be aware of the muscle groups here. So what we're going to do, you can have your hands in front of you or a little bit behind you, and we're just lifting one leg at a time like this, okay? It's harder when you're sitting up rather than leaning back. So kind of play with it and see where you're at. You can have your hands in front of you for a little stability or just hold them free. Are you ready? Right leg first. Let's sit normal, relax. Okay, ready? Inhale the right leg up. And exhale. Inhale left. Release that. Inhale right. And exhale release. Inhale left. Exhale release. Inhale right. Exhale release. Inhale left. Exhale release. Two more. Inhale on the right. And exhale. Inhale on the left. And exhale. Inhale on the right. Exhale. Inhale on the left. Right. Shake it out. Let's come into a little spinal twist. Left leg stays where it is, then that right knee. Bring it as close to your body as you can and still maintain a straight spine and keep your right hip down. I actually need to bring my foot next to my knee. That's the only way I can do it. Sitting up nice and straight. Take your left arm. You can hug your right knee, this is the spinal twist to the right. Inhale the right arm. As you exhale, roll the shoulders back. Make sure your left leg is still active. Inhale, grow tall. As you exhale, find the twist to the right. Inhale, grow tall once more. And then as you exhale, bring that right arm behind you. And hold the pose, looking to the right. Relax your hips, let them just sink into the mat. Hold here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up the right palm, inhale the right arm up behind you. As you exhale, come back to center and release. Okay, opposite side. Bend the right leg and the left knee. Find that position for you where you can have a nice long back. Hug the knee or hold the knee with your right hand. Inhale, extend the left arm up and roll the shoulders back and relax. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find that twist to the left. Relax the shoulders back once more. Inhale, grow tall. And exhale, bring that left arm behind you, find the twist. Sometimes I look back at my right leg and just make sure that toes, knees, and hips are all in a nice line. And I come back to my twist. And let's hold. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up the left palm, inhale the arm up. As you exhale, come back to center, and release. Let's come onto our backs. Another spinal twist here, so extend the arms up to the sides. And let's do the spinal twist with our legs straight. Now the key here, if this is uncomfortable, is to have a small flexion in the ankle. That's going to keep your hip, knee, and ankle in line so that you don't introduce any torque in a joint that's not supposed to move that way. All right, so both hip points, both knees, both feet are pointing up nice and straight. The right leg is going to stay where it is using a pelvic tilt. Let's float the left leg up towards the sky. So palm together, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, feel that tilt, roll the leg up. On your next exhale, roll over the right hip, look up. Even kind of fun if you can take your right hand and grab your left foot or left toes. I can just grab my toe, that's about it. Eight, eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Using a pelvic tilt, let's float back to center. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel the tilt, flow back to center. Before we do the other side, let's come into a nice supine tree pose. So bend that left knee and bring the left foot closer to the right thigh. Open the left knee down towards the mat. Take your hands, feel that your hip points are squared off. And then release your hands again back to the sides, palms up. Maintain the integrity of that right leg. Hold here. If you feel that your lower back is coming off the mat, then just lower your left foot a little closer to your right foot. Just bring it down a little bit. Want to open the angle of your hip. Let's stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, release the left leg back down. Keep it active. And let's bring the right leg up towards the sky. Take a breath in. Exhale, feel that contraction, feel that small tilt, and now float the right leg. As you exhale, roll over the left hip, you look good. Let's hold here. Down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, take a breath in. Exhale, and from tilt and look. From here, supine tree pose, bend that right knee, bring the right foot closer to the left thigh. Use your hands to make sure your hip points are still squared off. And then once you're satisfied, release the arms out to the sides, palms up. And hold. And stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. As we exhale, release that right leg down. All right, come to a seated position, roll over to the side and then sit up. And let's find your block. I'd like to do some passive opening right now of the upper chest, the heart chakra. So you take your block and you're putting it by your shoulder blades so that your head can still rest on the mat and you can extend your arms out to the side. So you have to sort of play with it. Now, if you have any kind of cervical issue, use a block and a blanket so that my head and neck don't have to fall so much. So it'll look like this. So now you can see the angle in my neck is not as severe as it would be if I didn't have a blanket. All right. So find the position that feels good for you. You want the block in a position so that when you extend your arms out to the side, it doesn't hurt your shoulder blade, okay? Once you're positioned, you do not move your neck from side to side. Whatever angle it's in, you keep it there. So, nice little passive opening of the heart chakra, the upper back. Here. If it's uncomfortable, of course, come out. But I'll count to 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now to safely come out, bring your hands to your side or your hips, palms down. Feel that your forearm is also on the mat. Lift your head and tuck the chin. And now push up and sit up. What I'd like to do, if you want to, is try putting the block from the flat side to the next higher side. And you do the same thing. Now I know mine. I know that I'm going to need a blanket underneath in order to reach the floor. So I want you to be very careful, okay? When you do this, use your forearms to help you come down to the position. If it's not comfortable, come out. Lean back, figure out where that block is, feels good. Okay, if you're in position, go ahead, hang out there, extend the arms to the sides. You can even double up your blanket or put another block underneath your head. As long as your neck is secure, this is a very safe pose to do. Let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, be careful when you come out. Bring your hands down, palms down, to your forearms, lift the head, tuck the chin. And now sit up. Very good. Especially in times of stress, where the whole world is going crazy right now, we tend to, without even knowing, we tend to sort of round the shoulders. We start to close off the chest, and then our breathing is affected and everything else. So this is a nice way to remind us to open up the heart and expand the chest. Now let's bring that same block to the tailbone. And feel a nice opening through the hip flexors. So bring your block on the flat side once more. Lean back. Bend your knees. Bring your feet underneath you, behind your butt, and just figure out, okay, where can I place this block? Sort of in between my tailbone and the first 5 or 6 vertebrae. Keep your hands on your block, and then as you exhale, one by one, extend your legs down the neck. If this doesn't feel good, then you want to move the block either a little down towards your feet or up towards your heart. And find that place where you can just hang out nicely. All right, so we're really opening up the psoas. Of course, finding a nice curve in that lower back that is comfortable. Just relax your feet, let them fall to the sides a little bit. If you're feeling good, you can release your hands up towards the sky and exhale and down behind your head comes up. Your chin will be slightly tucked. And that is really supporting the upper back and the back of your head. You have a normal curve in your neck. You can always put a blanket underneath your head. You can also do this pose with your knees bent if you're feeling that's a little too challenging right now for your lower back and or your hip flexors. Let's hold here. Remember, it's always good to use whatever modification that your body is asking for, rather than sit here in the pose with tension. Whether it's mental tension or physical tension, you're not reaping the benefits of the pose. So let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1, 2. Come up, bring your hands back down to the block, bend your knees, bring those feet underneath you, behind your hips. All right, if you'd like, we're going to bring the block up one more. So you lift your hips up, take that block, bring it to the next on your side. Keep your hands on your block, and you find this place of stability where when you extend your legs, you won't fall off your block. Okay, so keep your hands on your block, just one by one. You exhale and extend your legs. If you're feeling, I don't feel stable, bend your knees again, use that block. For me, I needed to move it down towards my feet so that it's more underneath the deep vertebrae in the tailbone. And from there, I can extend my legs and go up much more secure. And if you like, go ahead and inhale the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale them behind your head. Arms up. Here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to your body. Bend your knees, plant those feet for solidity. Now, to come out of this, we don't just come straight down to our back without the block. You're going to bring your block to that flat position once more. Bring your hips down. Feel that you're secure. Exhale, extend one leg and then the other. And then extend the arms up and behind you. We'll stay here for 4, 3, 2, And one. Let's bring your hands back down to the mat, to your block. Bend both knees, plant the feet. Lift the hips up and take the block away. Now, from this position, our feet are about hip width apart, maybe a little bit more. Knees are up in the air. Extend the arms up to the sides, palms up. Keeping your feet on the mat. Simple spinal shifts. As you exhale, let the knees fall to the right. You look left. Hold here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Using pelvic tilt to float beneath the center. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel that small tilt and float beneath that. On your next exhale, knees float left, move left. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Using the pelvic tilt, take a breath in. Exhale, contract. Feel that tilt, float to center. From this position, keep your feet where they are, but let your knees meet in the middle. So they're supporting each other. Bring your hands to your lower belly so that your thumb is in line with your navel. Your pinky is touching the hip bone. Relax your elbows down to the side and just normal breathing. Feel the movement of your abdomen. It goes up and down as you breathe. As you're in this position, notice which fingers rise up before the other ones as you inhale, and which ones lower down as you exhale. Is there a pattern there? Okay, for normal breath, let's bring a little conscious effort and really think about kind of ballooning up that lower abdomen. So take a longer, deeper inhale and just feel how your fingers rise even more. Pattern that you've noticed in your normal breath is a little more exaggerated. More breath. Returning to normal breath, keep your left hand where it is and bring your right hand to the height of your wrist. So the palm of your hand is on the side of your ribs, your fingers are kind of meeting in the middle of your body. Now, just keep this normal breath and feel how there is a subtle movement of your rib cage as you continue that inhale. Don't try and move your rib cage, just let it happen naturally. Now, from that observation, just like we did before, really deepen that inhale and balloon out your lower belly and see what happens with your ribs when you do that. Continue. Keep going, because even though we're saying, oh, let's, blow up the lower belly, your lungs are filling up from the bottom to the middle to the top. You can't stop that. That's happening. And that's that subtle movement when the middle lungs start to fill up that you feel in your rib. Okay, now this is a little harder to do. We're going to try and expand just our rib cage. So it's almost like you have to imagine that when you're inhaling, you're anchoring a little bit like near the navel and allowing the rib cage to expand to the sides. So now we are using some muscular contraction engagement here to do that. So go ahead, try that. I can feel the back of my rib cage making more contact with the mat when I do this, rather than when I'm concentrating on just expanding my belly. Keep going, just imagine it, even if you can't do it yet, just imagine that it's happening, and you'll get it. Let's do 4 more tries, 4 more breaths. Let's do 1 more for myself. Good. Shake it out, roll to one side and come to a seated position. So I know that learning all these different pranayama techniques are, in the beginning, they're a bit challenging. But over time, it's really worth it to put the time in to do it. Now, this is a nice breath that everybody can do. It's called Brahmari breath or hummingbee breath. The benefits of this breath are that it's very calming to the central nervous system, but it also promotes, how do I want to say it? You know how you have this whole chemical reaction in your lungs of air, of oxygen, and all the different properties of oxygen going in and out of your lungs? But when you actually do this breath, nitrous oxide, and I don't really know the chemical thing for it, but it increases in the body, and that action of that is to increase the elasticity within the veins and arteries so that you have a better flow of blood. And when there's a better flow of blood and you're oxygenated, each tissue, each cell is getting more nutrients than it did before. So it's also an anti-inflammatory type of breath. It's really good for healing tissues. So what you do is you literally just plug your ears with your thumbs. So you take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you hum with your mouth closed. And you find that tone and vibration that works for you, where you feel this incredible yummy vibration, usually in the forehead, in the front of the head, okay? You hold it for as long as you can, comfortably, then you take another inhale, and you keep doing it. So we're gonna do this, let's say 8 times on your own, all right? So plug your ears, take an inhale, and just start. Enjoy it. finished, you bring your hands down, Dhyana Mudra, eyes closed. You just breathe normally. Hate to interrupt you, but as you exhale, go ahead and either come into a supported waterfall stance, since you already have your block out, or Savasana. But did you notice how cool that was? You set yourself up, whether it was just because of the oxygenation or because of the subtle energetics that are going on. After Brahmari breath, you can sit quietly and really, really enjoy a nice meditation, a tiny little meditation. So if you want to stay in a seated position, go right ahead. But if you want to come into a supported waterfall, go ahead too. I'll time this for 3 minutes. Okay, got the timer started. chose to stay in a nice seated meditation posture, or if you came into supported waterfall, it's all opener. Take a few really deep breaths with awareness, the movement of our belly and lungs. Taking that awareness of being, of the inner awareness that we've been cultivating for an hour of practice, and starting to bring our awareness to the external world and to the movement of our body, the movement of the thoughts through the brain, moving your toes, ankles, hands, wrists, even moving your eyes from left to right, up to down. Really bringing that awareness to the external world, the awareness of your five senses as they interact with the external world. So if you were on your back, very gently roll out. And we'll all meet in a seated position. Bringing our hands into Dhyana Mudra. Come back to that soft breath. Then to end our practice today, inhale, bring hands to heart center, and let us share the pranayama one time. Taking a breath in. Exhale, going down to the chin and inhale. Open our eyes. We're back with the full awareness, ready for the day. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody.